Hey, Aerostox here. Welcome to episode 8 of Getting Good at Overwatch. This time, we'll talk about mindset. Mindset is one of the most underestimated skill sets in the game. A healthy mindset doesn't make you a pro, however an unhealthy one will stop you from going pro. I will talk about some techniques on what makes a good mindset and how it can help you climb. Now, this shit will sound really fucking gay, however you should take it serious. The topics of today are ladder anxiety, fear of a good opponent, tilt in groups, ELO hell, responsibility and self-reflection, how to deal with toxic players, and how to deal with and prevent tilt. Let's start off with ladder anxiety. Ladder anxiety is being afraid of playing competitive. The three main reasons for that are the fear of losing skill rating, the fear of playing with strangers, and the fear of underperforming. Fear causes irrational thinking, and irrational thinking causes bad play. My mentality and how I cope with ladder anxiety is to regard the current season as my practice season. The only reason you should queue up is to practice and get better. Rating is an arbitrary number. Next season will be the season you climb. If you're low ranked this season, no problem, a new one will come in only a couple months. Also, you can skip rating calculation. Simply exit the lobby before you get to see your rank change. If someone says that you suck because you are a low rank, you should ignore that statement. The only reason you suck is if you play bad, not because that number on your career profile says so. As Lonehawk said, who is an aspiring shoutcaster and an Overwatch YouTuber, you should play to improve, not to increase your skill rating. Next up, fear of a good enemy. You are in the game and the enemies have a smurf, or maybe you are diamond and you play against your first master. If you want to climb, you shouldn't be afraid of someone higher ranked than you. If you are diamond, you wouldn't be afraid of a plat player, would you? If you want to climb to a higher rank, you can't be afraid of players at that rank. You would be afraid of yourself in the future. You should see it as a challenge playing against good players. The best way to improve is to play against better players. Next up, losing in a group. Playing in a pickup group is a bad idea anyways. You play against other groups who probably have more experience together. Sometimes you lose once and the atmosphere shifts all of a sudden. The solution to that is to play to have fun, not to win. You should play with friends, not strangers, because someone told you groups are the fastest way to climb, because in fact they aren't. Solo queue is not as bad as people make it out to be. Of course there are games you can't win, but you are there to practice. Losses allow you to learn so much more from body reviews. Also, play in a way that's fun for you. If you have social anxiety, playing with friends can be a great way to deal with that. Don't 6-stack because you think that will eliminate the chance of bad teammates. Matches will be significantly harder. Next up, ELO hell. Now, don't stop the video right here. ELO hell is kind of a critical and very heated discussion at the moment. However, in my opinion, ELO hell is the most retarded term in the history of competitive gaming. The popular definition of ELO hell is a rating where the incompetence of your teammates makes it impossible for you to climb out even though you are better. This statement is absolutely false. If you deserve a rank, you will reach it after some time. Blaming your shortcomings on the system doesn't help you get better. The true definition of ELO hell is being forced to stomp games because the system takes too long to get you to your real rating. One anecdote is the Dota 2 ranked system. Now I'm not sure if this is still the way, but back then you would get a constant amount of MMR, which means that getting to your true rating could take up to 300 games, and Dota games can take up to 1 hour each. If you don't stomp your games, then you aren't in ELO hell. You are exactly where you belong. Now, this may be an unpopular opinion, I know, and it may even cost me a few subscribers, but the only one that helps you get better. If you think of ELO hell as a rating that you can't climb out of, and you blame it for your low rank, then you will never climb. Responsibility and self-reflection. You need to realize that you are the only constant factor in your games. Some people say that their team always has an AFK or a troll. However, the chances of the enemies, consisting of 6 players, having a troll or AFK are higher than your chances, because you only have 5 teammates. Unless you are the troll or the AFK, You only benefit from playing in an elo where AFKing or trolling is prevalent. Don't try to fix your teammates, and don't blame your losses or deaths on them. If you try to fix your teammates, they may play better for the round, which is already pretty unlikely because you can't teach someone the game in the middle of a match. However, if you go into your next game and you don't queue up with them, then all of the teaching was completely useless. Sometimes you do lose because of factors outside of your control. However, this distracts you from the actual problem. Every game where you don't take full responsibility is a wasted game. Getting better yourself is the best way to succeed and climb. How to deal with toxic players. Less is definitely more. Try to ignore them. They are only affecting your own gameplay. Muting them is the best thing you can do. Also, tell your team to do the same. Ask them to mute the toxic player. Don't be afraid of making the toxic player angry, because chances are he already is pretty angry. Ask yourself, however, is he really toxic? Just because he tells you something you may not like doesn't mean he's wrong. For instance, if someone says, "McCree, you should swap, you aren't doing anything," maybe he's right, maybe you should swap. You should take critique from teammates objectively. They play in the same tier as you do, so their opinion is just as valid as yours. How to deal with tilt. You need to realize when you are tilted. It may be hard at the start, but being self-conscious helps you look at yourself more objectively. You should do regular breaks. Don't play when you are tired or hungry, because that makes you agitated. You are setting yourself up for tilt. Being in a bad physical state hinders you from playing. There is a reason pros have mental coaches, personal trainers, and nutritionists come regularly. The number one reason for tilting is losing, so the best way to prevent tilt is to not care about it. You should play for fun, you should play with friends, and you should stop caring about losing. This doesn't mean you shouldn't try to win, however. All this means is that you shouldn't be upset about a loss. Look forward to the VOD review of the loss. You will learn a lot from it. So in conclusion, without the right mindset, you won't improve one bit. Pro players play the game for hours a day and still have fun. Games are about having fun. If you don't have fun, you should try out another game. Don't force yourself to play. Also, try to record your games with your microphone. You will listen to yourself rage and you will laugh at yourself, trust me. And the next video we'll talk about teamwork. And this being the 8th episode, we only have 2 more to go. So I would be really glad if you could post maybe some new ideas, maybe some feedback or other topics I should talk about in the comments. Thanks for watching.